Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino, and we're looking at a beer. This beer is from Railway City in St. Thomas, Ontario, Canada. We're looking at this guy right here. Steampunk Sour. It's a Steampunk Winterberry Kettle Sour. It is 473 milliliters. What does that percentage say? 5.5% alcohol by volume? It's not a very good text for me. I can probably find it over here, though. What do we have? IBU of 8, SRM NA, 12 original gravity, 2.5 final gravity. What do we have? Ingredients: water, malted barley, flaked wheat, orange peel, blackberry, elderberry, and cherries. And Railway City Brewing Company. My daughter's out there yelling at her mom, because why wouldn't she be, right? So, canning date on this today is April 8th. Canning date on this is September 22nd, 2020. So, because you're seeing this not in order, story about this order. Ordered it from Craft Tap, which is a new craft brewery ordering system online where you can order from breweries from a few different provinces and they will ship to every province except for Quebec. And the breweries are breweries that I haven't tried before a lot of times, but I knew these guys. I ordered from them. I made my order February 10th. I gave it about February 12th. I got an email that a shipping label was created for Canada Post. March 10th, I still hadn't had my package even mailed out of the brewery, so I sent an email to Craft Tap, and I'm like, because I'm fairly patient, I understand things happen, and I'm like, hey man, it's March now, it's been like 4 weeks, what's going on with this package? They're like, let us talk to the brewery and get back to you. So they talk to the brewery, they get back to me, and they're like, and this is March 11th now. They're like, oh, they just say they're canning something and it'll be shipped out right after that. So a few days. Okay, they're just canning something right now? Okay. So we waited like 9-10 days, and I sent an email back, and I'm like, this still hasn't mailed. So they get back to them, and March 22nd, they respond to me, oh, your package is on the way. And it really was. It mailed out March 22nd. So February 10th, I ordered it. March 22nd, it was mailed. So even in February, this was already a 5-month-old beer. Oh, things are turning. Oh, my wife's in the shower. That's why. Anyway, so one of these four should be, if they were telling 100% true, should be canned around March 11th. Oh my God, that looks beautiful. So where I'm going with this, though, as well, is that, look at that. Today is April 8th. This package just showed up today. To be honest with you, 16 days to get here during COVID isn't all that bad for the Arctic. Beautiful color. Like, deep. It's almost a purple. It's a reddish hue, but it's almost a purple. The head faded real quick. Kind of smells like Coke. Okay, it smells more like blackberries and cherries out of the can. But out of the glass, it kind of smells like Coke. That's weird. Cheers. Let's try it. Slanche, Prost, all that fun stuff. Those furnace filters should probably be moved a little bit further away from the water tank. And that magnet shouldn't be on top of that car battery. Better now. Okay. First and foremost, it's more tart than sour, and everybody that watches me regularly knows I like tart more than sour. Plus for that, little bready biscuitiness on the back end, and in all honesty, that goes hand in hand to me with a lot of tart beers. So another plus for that. There is a fruity berry flavor. I don't taste any orange peel. That's fine. I do get like a dark cherry flavor, which is fine. The lactobacillus is showing up. I am getting that perm chemical flavor that I sometimes get with sours, and that's thanks to my mother. I'm not 100% fine with that, but all in all, it mixes well. The first beer I had from this package, I gave a 6. This one, going to go up a little bit from that, but it's still not at the I would pay money for it again factor. For anyone thinking, hey, you have history with Railway City, and that's the reason you're talking like that. No, Railway City actually has some beers that I really do enjoy. Their Black Coal Stout, for one, I do really enjoy that one. The Cranberry Pilsner is a beer that I would buy again. They do have some nice beers, and when I actually had them fresh, so there was a story. The first time I ever had Railway City beers, they were from the LCBO. I bought them from the LCBO, and the LCBO, as most people know, they sit on a beer for a while before they ship it out. They didn't refrigerate craft beers. At the time, Railway City wasn't filtering all that much, if at all, and a lot of their beers had a very short shelf life and had to be refrigerated. Their Iron Spike line. And the first 2 beers I had by them kind of tasted like vomit and soured milk. And it turned me off. I gave them very bad marks, and Ray from Railway City talked to me. He's like, why don't you come out and try them fresh from the brewery? And I'm like, hey, that's when we started doing the beer-umentaries. I'm like, hey, we're doing these beer-umentary series. Do you want us to come and do one of those at the same time? He's like, sure. And I went with my then wife, Christy, my now ex-wife, and we tried the beers. She hated them all. I actually loved the Iron Spike beers when I had them fresh at the brewery. And if I'm in the London, St. Thomas, Elmer area, why I'd want to be in that area because she's there, I don't know, other than seeing my kids. I am liable to pick up a bottle or two of that. So I won't deny that I do enjoy some Railway City beers, regardless of the history, regardless if Ray even remembers what happened. I do. Because I have it all written down and screenshotted and everything else. That is going to be a 6.5 out of 10. I have no problem with this beer. I don't think I would pay money for this beer, but I have no problem with it. I could drink it any day without complaint unless I'm paying for it. And if I'm paying for it, it would be one of those, well, I've had better, why would I pay this? And again, that's nothing against this brewery. It's just there is so many... Here's the thing, right? If you're not local to that area, there's just so much stuff to try that something has to be very special to make you buy it again and drink it again. This is good. It's a solid beer. I don't know if I'm explaining this well to you guys or not, but it's a solid beer. It drinks fine. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no off flavors. There is the one lactobacillus flavor that I can pick up that I don't personally like, but it's not an off flavor at all. It's just my paradigm to lactobacillus. That all being said, nothing wrong with it. Just for me, I've had so many beers. I've reviewed over 5,000 beers. I've had too many beers to count, and to remember and all that. And there's always new beers to try. So something has to blow my mind or stand out in some way for me to go back to it. And this just doesn't have that. That doesn't mean it's bad. It just means for me, I wouldn't go back to that. However, that being said, again, if I'm in the St. Thomas area, I'm at a bar, they don't have something new for me to drink, I would possibly buy this because there's nothing wrong with it. Cheers. How long have we... Oh man, we've wasted way too much time on this. It's because of the stories. We're telling too many stories. Bye.